back with Lin-Manuel Miranda and our presidential expert, Macy Hensley, everybody. All right, we thought we would play a game of Founding Fathers trivia to see who can raise the most money to help Puerto Rico. Here's how it works. I am going to ask you questions about the Founding Fathers. For every answer you get right, my friends at Cheerios are celebrating 1 million acts of good and will donate $1,000 towards Len's charity.
Ow!
All right. Buzz in when you know the answer. Here we go. Alexander Hamilton was the first Secretary of Treasury. He also founded which newspaper? Lynn.
That'd be the New York Post.
That is right, the New York Post. What dessert is Thomas Jefferson said to have brought to America?
Ice cream.
Ice cream is correct. You think it would have melted? Okay, then. Finish this Hamilton lyric. I'm John Lawrence in the place to be.
2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3.
That's right.
I have an unfair advantage on that one.
You know that one.
Yeah, I made it up.
Yeah. Hercules Mulligan was a tailor's apprentice. What's the name of Taylor Swift's new album?
Look what you made me do.
That is the song. The name is Reputation, you two smarty pantses. All right. Which founding father is thought to have invented the rocking chair?
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin is correct, Mason. I wonder who thought, you don't think of things like that, but there's a chair and then someone says, what if we want to go back and forth on it? What was George Washington's favorite breakfast food? Yes.
Pancakes.
That is correct. John Adams was the first president to live in the White House. What was it called at that time? Macy.
The President's House.
The President's House is correct. Where did the duel between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr take place?
Weehawken, New Jersey.
That's right. Before he died, who did George Washington write his last letter to? Macy.
Alexander Hamilton.
That is correct. Woo! That is how you play.
You're beautiful, you're talented, you're sweet, and you Twitter about me all the time. You're tweeting like crazy.
Because I love you. I think
you
you're so funny.
I love you too.
You're genius.
And what was you were watching my HBO special on cable, or did you rent it or something?
And I don't know, it was on cable, and I just stayed up all night watching it, and I was just laughing so hard when you were talking about seeing somebody that you know when you think you know. I thought I saw Vanessa Williams the other night. I'm like, Vanessa! And somebody else.
Yeah.
But I just cracked up, and you know, when you trip and you don't want to admit that you tripped, you're like, oh, it's my heel. It got caught in the...
Yeah.
I think you're a genius. The Ambien, I mean, the tweeting on Ambien is not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Are you on Ambien right now?
No.
When do you take Ambien?
Sometimes, like millions of Americans, I have trouble sleeping, and sometimes I take that. I take that.
So you take, is that, and then you tweet after you take Ambien?
Well, I have tried to hide my own phone from my own self, but I had a bad experience. I'm sure, as we all know, Haiti was a devastating thing to see, and I was watching it one night on Ambien, and then I tweeted that I was going to adopt a baby from Haiti. And by the way, I'm adopted, and it's not out of the realm of possibility for me of adopting someday.
You may adopt a baby from Haiti.
That's what I said, yeah, on the Ambien. And the next day, I'm at the When in Rome premiere for my friend Kristen Bell, and they're asking me when the adoption's going through, and I'm thinking, what? Wait a minute. No. But I mean, I might, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't going to happen the next day. And anyway,
right.
And then you tweet people you have crushes on, and the next day you're like, what?
Yeah,
you can't believe it.
Yeah.
You just can't believe
Things
it.
like, I like your HBO special, and you're like, what? Yeah.
Except for with you?
Yeah,
and then I tweeted that, oh, then sometimes you get slammed and you weren't doing anything. They tweeted the other night about how on a red carpet, this vein that comes through on my forehead, sometimes somebody tweeted that I needed to watch that. And I thought, well, you know, apparently I need it to live, folks.
What am
I going to do, have it removed?
No.
Why I oughta.
All right, let's talk about the play, Promises, Promises, and it's Sean Hayes and
Sean
yourself.
Hayes and me and Tony Goldwyn. I'm in love with both of these men.
How great is that?
Oh, it's heaven.
How great is that?
Heaven, and Sean Hayes is going to turn New York on its ear. You've never seen him in a role like this, and of course Tony Goldwyn, he sucks to look at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's a really good singer. I mean, it's Burt Bacharach, which I'm a big fan of, and Neil Simon, and we're having a great time. Yeah.
Exciting. Tell people not to make any flashes or lights, and you'll be fine.
Please. And don't take Ambien, and then tweet about it.
Here you are. I was talking like you hadn't come out yet. They were just
had those things on. I didn't
know
know what was going on.
Anyway, I like that you're here, and you're going to sing for us later. The song is beautiful. I love you. His voice is insane, isn't it? Isn't his voice?
Thank you. It's very nice.
All right. So you were just in London filming a big fancy movie. You were with Allison Janney and Kristen Bell?
Yes, I was. It's called The People We Hate at the Wedding. It's this Amazon film, and Allison Janney was my mom, and Kristen was my sister. Oh, goodness.
Two very funny women.
Two very, very funny, very, very game women. And we tried to, you know, we didn't get that much time, the three of us together, because the movie's kind of about each of us on our own little journeys, and we only come together a few times. But we tried to make the most of our downtime in London. And
I see that.
Yeah, well, yeah. And we're all theater people, so we were at lunch, and we were like, we should be going to see a show tonight. We only have a handful of nights here. And so I pulled up the What's on Stage website for the UK, and the only thing that really had tickets for 3 hours later was Magic Mike Live. Yeah, Magic Mike. And I kind of threw it out to the table as a joke. I was like, I mean, there's Magic Mike Live, and Allison and Chris were like, we're going. And I was like, okay, so we got tickets, and it's in the Hippodrome Casino. Who knew there was a theater in the casino? I didn't. And it was, all I can say is it was very satisfying.
Yeah. Who enjoyed it the most?
Who enjoyed it the most? Probably Allison, but she was very quiet about it, because we're all masked, so it's hard to really gauge what people are feeling about all the naked men. But we all had a really good time. I think it was a nice kind of a let loose moment. And the guy who plays my boyfriend in the movie, Karan Soni, came with us as well. Very funny guy. It was really fun.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did the Magic Mike dancers have masks on as well?
Oh no.
Okay.
No masks anywhere.
Nothing covered up.
No.
No.
Just little G-strings, and that's it.
You're back with Ben Platt, and you're about to go on tour. That's exciting.
Yes, I'm gonna
Are you excited?
I can't wait. I really can't wait. I've been sitting in my room waiting to go on tour. My favorite thing in the world is performing live, and I really am very excited. February through April, all across the country, all kinds of songs.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a treat. I came out for a rehearsal because I just love, I tell you that all the time. I just think you're so talented so many ways, but your voice is, in so many ways. He's got crazy talent. You and I actually have something in common. We both were on stage with Taylor Swift. That was a really fun experience, wasn't it?
Isn't she an amazing person?
I love Taylor so much. She's so great.
She's so generous. And the thing for me is, I didn't know, she'd have time to be there for my rehearsal. I thought she'd send some stage manager, but she was there every step of the way, calling the shots. I was so in awe of her confidence at a young age. I didn't have that, but when I was younger. So I got there, and she knew exactly what she wanted to do, and she said, I'm thinking, are you okay with pyrotechnics behind you? And I was thinking Michael Jackson, but I'm okay, And then she said, I have this elevator. Did you get to come up out of the elevator?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my whole thing, every concert I ever do, I always make this joke that Beyonce always gets to come up out of an elevator, and that's the mark of a true diva, And so when she said,
you are coming up.
You want to come up out of the elevator? I was like, thank you, Taylor. It's my dream come true. Look at that.
I know, it's so fun to be under...
to rise up with those 80,000 people. I mean, I know you're used to all these people, but it's still nothing like that rush, right?
Well, I surprised her. She didn't know what I was going to do. She asked me to join her on stage, but she had no idea. So I surprised her, and I got an outfit made like hers.
So cool.
She actually.
Oh my God. That's great.
She actually is completely.
You look totally comfortable in that.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
you know?
well,
I had a rip-away Elsa costume because
I
we
know.
wanted to be sexy. So she was in an Olaf costume.
Right.
And then we ripped it away after the first course, and we were like, hot, not yet. And then the reindeers are her dancers, and they ripped away our costumes, and then we walked down and we wore sexy clothes and finished the song. It was awesome.
So you had like a fitting and everything. Wow.
Yes. Look at that.
That's amazing.
There you go for the 5-year-old.
Yeah, really, really cool.
No,
Yes.
this is serious. This is serious. I have been a fan for a really long time.
Thank you.
I know you don't. We got everybody in the world to come see Hamilton except for you, but
Yes, I haven't made it.
you invited me here today, and I'm just very happy to meet you. It's
Thank
been
you so much.
Inspiring to watch you like invent and reinvent. It's just awesome.
Thank you so very much. That's
Yeah.
very nice of you. No, there's a whole long story about why when we were in New York that I didn't make it, but now it's been on. Now millions of people, including myself, has seen it because it was on Disney Plus.
I know.
So now and that was the first time you saw it, right?
That was the first time. I had heard so much about the original cast, but I'd never seen them. I thought they did great. It was, when we do theater, we sign up to be a part of this ephemeral thing. You know, it's a rare gift that you get to, as a part of a theater project, get to sit back and watch it. I never expected that.
Yeah, I mean, very cool, though. I mean, that is so weird because you're performing and then you don't really get to appreciate it because it's not television. You don't get to watch it back, but now you have. And really, it must feel like people recognize you because now everyone has seen it.
Yes, before we premiered, a couple days before we premiered, Tommy Kail, our director, he said, Leslie, do you realize that this weekend, more people are going to see you in Hamilton than saw the entire run on Broadway? And I did over 500 shows of Aaron Burr.
Right.
It was hard to wrap my mind around. But, like, after a great show on Broadway, like a night where I really felt like I did a great job, I'd come home, 10, 15 people would say something on Instagram. Never have I been on the receiving end of like a tidal wave of love, the way Hamilton, inspires people.
Yeah. And congratulations, you're having a baby. You're not. You're not. No. So you have a little girl, you're having a little boy.
Yeah.
How is she feeling about does she understand she's going to be a big sister?
She understands we use it all the time to get her to do the things we want her to do. You're going to be a big sister. You got to be mature. You're going to have to teach your little brother how to do things. And she's very excited about it, and so are her invisible friends. She's got there's 2 trolls that she travels around with. We have to, they're part of the family at this point. Mm-hmm. They're a little voting block. If there's a movie, Lucille wants to watch, if there's a naughty snack she wants to eat, somehow the trolls always agree with her. It's very strange. So she's a little worried that her little brother might disrupt the voting block that she has going, but she's excited.
Well, I'm sure she'll somehow hear a voice from him and he will agree with her before he can even talk.
Oh my God.
All right,
I look at that sometimes, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I look like with that neck brace on. Oh my God, everybody's gonna see it.
That's right. Everybody will see it because it's really good.
Thank you.
I mean, it's Ryan Murphy.
Yes.
And it's, explain what it's about before I rave more about it. It's so good.
So Ryan is so incredible. I think he's done it yet again. Bringing back this horror comedy genre is so incredible. I grew up watching Heathers and Jawbreaker, so this is of the same vein. We're all in a sorority, and there's a killer coming after us.
Yeah, and the characters are hilarious. That woman who plays the president of the sorority, what's her name? The leader, the Chanel.
Oh, Emma?
Yeah.
Emma Roberts?
The character is hilarious.
It's
so it's
so
Emma
incredible.
Roberts. The cast is crazy.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Emma Roberts, Abigail Breslin, Oliver Hudson, Niecy Nash, Nassim Pedrad.
Nick Jonas.
Yes,
Ariana Grande. I mean, it's
like,
it's so good and so hilarious. The writing is great. The characters are great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you shoot in New Orleans.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I need some recommendations.
My hometown. I haven't been back. It's changed so much since then, but I'm so happy that people are flocking to it to shoot there and building the economy up because it needs that.
The restaurants are great. Like everything there, everyone there is so wonderful to us and so welcoming. It's been awesome being down there.
The architecture is great. The people are friendly. And
swamp tours are great.
Now, have you gone on a swamp tour?
Of course I did.
Really?
Yeah.
You've seen the gators and everything?
Yeah, I fed a gator.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, I did the whole thing.
Now, you know, they eat on their own. Nobody needs to go feed them. They actually, there's no need for that. But so there's a scene in the pilot where you're buried under everybody's head is sticking up. Did y'all really, were you really in the dirt?
I read the script and I was like, oh, they're totally gonna just do this on a sound stage, but we were actually in the ground. They buried holes. It was late at night. I didn't think I was gonna be so freaked out by it, and then you get buried up to your neck, and I was like, I'm secretly panicking, and I'm not gonna let anybody know. But Ryan was so great, and I had these huge spiders crawling all over my face. It was,
No, you didn't.
I certainly did, and Ryan would come over and like whack them off of me, but
wow.
my job.
Really? Did everybody have different things crawl? Because I did.
It was really intense. It
Wow.
was, yeah, but we could like, and we couldn't get out, so we would have to kind of just like breathe, and then when they were ready to eject us, they would open up our little holes.
It's really, really good. There's a picture I saw that I want to find out what you're doing here.
Oh, yeah. There we are. That's me and Emma. So we've been basically exploring new restaurants while we're there, and everyone knows the food in New Orleans is so incredible. So to sort of counterbalance that, we've been working out.
Stay like that.
As long as you can handle it, but it's supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah. Book and all kinds of things, and you have a dream that we're going to want to help you try to fulfill. But we'll talk about the book and everything after this commercial break. We're back with the wonderful Lea Michele, who is in Scream Queens, which is so wonderful. And the book, You First, Journal Your Way to Your Best Life. What made you want to write a book? How'd you do this?
Oh man, so this is my second book, and after I wrote my first one, I just wanted to sort of have something like a continuation of the first book. It's divided into 4 sections. Journaling was always something that was very intimidating for me, but I always found that by writing things down, I sort of started manifesting a lot of my goals. So I put this book together as just a way for people to, you know, write about their lives and write down goals and dreams, and I think that it's a great place to be accountable to yourself. There's guided questions, so if you're like me and sort of intimidated by blank pages, it helps you ask yourself questions that you may have.
That's smart. That's great. And I do believe that writing things out, first of all, I wish I would have kept a journal. I wish I could look back and see how I was feeling during certain parts of my life.
Well, when I was in Spring Awakening back in 2008, I was living in New York, and I wrote down this list. Jonathan Groff, my co-star, was journaling every night. So I was like, let me give this a try. And I started writing down in a journal as more of like, you know, goal-oriented. And I wrote down this list that said, I want to own my own home. I want to be on a television show. I want to live in Los Angeles. I want to make an album. And at the time, I'm, you know, in New York, and a lot of people were telling me I couldn't do those things. And I made all those things happen. And I still have that list. So, yeah, and I really believe in it. I believe in that process. So this is something, sharing that with everyone.
That's fantastic. I agree with you. I believe in all those same things. So you have a dream to do something. Tell everyone what it is.
I have a dream where I need to get Jamie Lee Curtis to watch Halloween with me. Just us sitting down in some Snuggies.
Because Jamie Lee Curtis is in,
candy.
She's on the show. She plays the dean of the university in Scream Queens, and she is fantastic as well.
Amazing.
Jamie Lee is fantastic. So you like scary movies, and you want to sit with Jamie and watch.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh my! Will you come?
Yeah, I love scary movies.
Me too. I will watch.
I think it would be.
Oh, that's it. I'm not coming on your show again. I can't. Right. Oh my God.
You actually kept it together.
I am never coming back here.
Yes, you will. You kept it together.
Believe it.
Look, yeah, I love scary movies.
Me too. I will watch.
I think it would be.
Oh, that's it. I'm not.
That was really
You
close.
guys.
You guys.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's what I get. Oh my God.
I'm just getting you ready for how it's going to be with Jamie Lee.
Oh no, that's right. That was him. That was Michael Myers.
Right. All right.
Oh my God.
Her book. I moved it so it wouldn't fly in your face.
Oh, that's why I was like, why is she?
I know. I was like, all of a
over
sudden, this is
there?
going to go flying in her face. You First is in stores today. Scream Queens premieres tonight at 8 o'clock on Fox. I want to thank Taraji P. Henson, Lea Michele, James Taylor. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to one another. Bye. And so your parents, they were not Amish or Mennonite?
My dad was Mennonite. He grew up Mennonite, yeah.
Okay, but they were, and is that, forgive me for my ignorance, but can you listen to music and watch TV and stuff?
Mennonites, it's a little like Footloose. There's no, in that there's no, like, you're not allowed to, it's like just sort of conservative, there's no dancing, that kind of thing. It's sort of like very humble, very like plain folks.
So you can listen to music, you just can't dance to it? Can you listen to music?
You can definitely listen to church music.
Oh, you can listen?
Yeah.
But so were they supportive of you becoming an actor?
Yeah, actually, I did a show in New York called Spring Awakening. And my mom, before she'd even seen the show, brought a busload of people from our hometown in Lancaster to come see Spring Awakening. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it's a show about young people having their sexual awakening. And so we called them the Mennonite Bus coming up to see the show. And my parents, I did it with Leah Michelle. We had like a simulated sex scene, and they were horrified. But by the end of the show, it was the loudest applause we'd ever gotten for a performance. They were incredibly supportive. And then my mom brought up 5 more bus trips after that.
Wow. Well, I bet they were excited by that, for sure. You got to see what they're doing.
Exactly.
We're doing it wrong. But I mean, didn't you warn them? Didn't you tell them what the play was about?
I did, but I was a little nervous to give them all of the specifics.
Yeah.
And she had sort of organized the bus trip without kind of telling me.
Well, then it's her own fault.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sorry, Mom.
So now she must be so proud of you. You're so successful, and on the show, there's lots of no shirt things going on. Are you comfortable being shirtless a lot?
I am.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, that's not only shirtless. There's
oh
nothing.
My goodness.
There's nothing there.
You know what has been one of the craziest things about looking, which is, there I am in my underwear, is the amount of women that love seeing male intimacy. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's a show about a group of gay friends, and it's been amazing, the sort of amount of like women that have been in support of the show, maybe because of moments like that.
That's part of it. But it's great. It's great to see that, and it's great to show that.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing it.
Oh my gosh, I'm
All
happy
right.
to. I'm happy
All right.
Whoopi.
Ellen.
Oh, it's good to see you.
And you.
You don't know how much it meant to me. When I was doing stand-up, I was in San Francisco. You were there. I don't know why you were there exactly. Do you remember the first time I met you and you said that you thought that I was talented or thought that I was funny?
You were terrific and amazingly funny, yeah.
Oh, it meant so much to me.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, well, it was a huge inspiration to me.
Thank you.
Huge inspiration. So, and now, I'm glad you're here, and it's an honor to have you, and I'm flattered that you'd come because you live in New York.
Right.
You don't fly.
Right.
I
crawled here, Ellen.
You crawled here?
I did.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Baby.
That's how much you wanted to be on the show.
That's right.
You take a bus everywhere when you're...
Yes.
Is it your own bus? Do you own it?
It is my bus. I own it. Yes.
And is it like a city?
I control my bus.
Is it like a city bus, or what kind of bus is it?
It's kind of like a bus that Dolly Parton would be on. Except there's some strange stuff on it. You know, I got all kinds of weird little things in the bus. I got toys and a flat screen TV and a big bed and dirty sheets and... It's heaven for me because it takes me 43 hours to get here.
You drive?
No.
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 So you have a driver.
Driving while black, not good across the country.
No.
In a big bus.
No?
No.
So you're sleeping the whole time.
Much of the time I am zoned. I am zoned, but it's great because I have no issues with arriving. You know, you get on a plane and you're on there, somebody's coughing next to you or the baby's crying in the back and you can't be rude and there's just people letting gas go. And I'm in the back of that bus letting my own gas go. And nobody can say, turn it up, turn it down. It's just, it's me and my little domain.
It sounds pleasant.
It is very fun.
Now, so are you scared of flying, or why do you do this?
I've never been a good flyer. One of the first times I ever flew, I was flying from London to New York, and a guy passed away next to me. This was not cute.
No.
And you don't know that exactly that they're gone, because he just kind of slumped. And then he sort of slumped onto me. I'm like, get off me. And he just kept slumping forward. And I said, Miss, you know, called the stewardess. And she said, sir, and she kept patting him. I said, just pick him up, just pull him off me. And she touched me, said, I think he's dead. I said, okay. We have to alter this reality. You got to get him out of here. She said, well, the plane is booked up. We have no place to put him. I said, you better put him somewhere. But, you know, not supposed to move people when they die in the old days. But it's such a pleasant story. I'm so happy to share with you.
No. Well, it's at least that quiet you were looking for.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, I understand the bus now.
Yes.
Now it's all making sense.
Yes.
So, and so that must be great that you're in New York, you get to do what you want, you're back on Broadway again, which is exciting for everybody, that you get to live where you perform and not have to travel like that.
It's heaven, you know, it was nice to, I grew up in New York, so it's always good to be there working, and for me, you know, I come out and I see my grandkids, and I haven't seen them in a while. So
How old are they now?
Oh, one's turning 16. Wow. Yeah, one is 9 and one is 7.
Now, will they come to New York and see your show?
I don't think so.
No?
I think they'll see it on HBO. Simply because school, you know, everybody's still in school.
Yeah.
So, and some of them get spring break, but they don't want to come sit in a theater with me.
Yeah.
You know, they'd rather see something else, like Wicked, you know, or The Lion King. And so, you know, because Granny sounds like Granny when she's home.
Right, right. They get it for free.
Yeah.
So not that you'd charge them if they went to the show. But,
I did.
But you could, yeah.
I would.
I saw you in New York, and we saw each other after the play. I walked back
right.
and said hi to you quickly, and then we went and had dinner or something afterwards.
Yes, we did, with Steve Martin.
And yes, and it was hilarious. The movie's hilarious, but is it exactly, because I watched it, and it feels like you didn't have to memorize any new lines. Are they word for word, the movie and the...
It's really remarkably intact. Like, I don't think I ever had to study lines for maybe a minute and a half and say, yeah, I know that.
I was going to say that would be the easiest movie to do, but if it is a tiny bit off, that would make it harder because you're used to a certain rhythm.
And you're used to an audience laughing, and you know, you have 1,200 people every night, you know, sort of guiding you, and the audience was such a huge part of the show, and so you have to let go of all of that. And although you can hear the distant laughter in the back of your head, which is good for me, because it drowns out the voices telling me to kill people.
He's from New York.
That just came out
daytime,
out loud. That you just said that out loud.
What?
Yeah.
You're really here, you know.
Oh yes. Sorry.
So and now you're doing The Odd Couple together. And
yes.
Isn't that great?
Well, you must come to see it.
Yeah. Now when does it open?
It opened.
It opened already.
Yeah.
How are you here? How?
We're here we're leaving tonight.
Oh, God, I'm going right back on tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be there tomorrow night. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must be exhausted.
I'm a little punchy, but thrilled.
I had a nice sleep last night in a plush
because you're away from the
hotel
baby.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
You're away from this cute little baby. Sarah was on yesterday. That's what's keeping you up at night.
Yeah.
Look at that. James Wilkie. So, I like him a lot.
That's just a child they've hired.
That's
not the real kid.
That's not the real kid.
He's too cute.
Yeah. That's adorable.
I know.
That's really cute. Okay, so you're doing The Odd Couple right now, and are you sick of each other, or how can you?
I'm getting a little nauseous.
Yeah.
No, I think for two middle-aged men who have to spend this much time together, we've done exceedingly well, and not getting on each other's nerves.
We don't go to bed angry.
That's right.
Good. That's your rule?
One of our rules.
Yeah.
We have a lot of rules.
Yeah, well, the sex is so good. You know.
This is awkward, but it's not that good for me. I hate that it came out now.
Yeah.
If only this could
I'm
air.
going to take you to see Brokeback Mountain. It'll change everything.
I see you occasionally, we've run into each other, but it was one of the highlights. You know, when you start doing stand-up to open for somebody like this, I opened for you years...
San Jose.
San Jose, exactly. A long time ago.
Around 1986 or 7.
Yeah.
San Jose Performing Arts Center. I think that was the name of it.
Good memory, yeah.
Wow, you hit on me, so I remember.
Oh, that's right, it was right then.
You were the one. And, but I was so, you know, because I hadn't seen you do stand-up. I saw you on Saturday Night Live, and it was just so thrilling to open for you.
We had a great time. It was a great. I remember very well. It was a great audience, good room to work in. Comics remember those things.
Yeah, you do. You remember that area is always good. San Francisco.
Yeah, we just closed there. We're on tour with 700 Sundays, so we just closed there, and we open in L.A. tonight.
Tonight.
Actually. Yeah.
Now is that?
What am I doing here?
I don't know. You should get going, but wait. Are you nervous, or how do you've been traveling, so this is not?
Yeah, you always get nervous when you start a new place, and this is my second home, and I live here most of the time, so you get the, all right, is it going to be okay here? We've done 257 of them now.
Really?
Since Broadway and across the country, Toronto, Boston, Chicago, San Francisco, now here. So you know when I get nervous when I hear that one person's in the audience who I'm interested in, or is a particular icon or somebody. You know, if it's a big crowd of celebrities like an opening night, I really don't get nervous because.
Really?
If they've done those kind of award shows, they're all there at once. Right. So I've done that. So, but if it's like Meryl Streep's tonight, oh no, you know, oh she's gonna steal my accent. What's gonna happen? So you think about the one. It's that crazy little.
Do you want to know
villain.
that, or do you tell them I don't want to know who's in the audience?
I like to know.
You do?
Yeah, I like to know because then, I want to see how they're going to be backstage.
And then do you look for them? Do you try to?
No.
You don't?
That's the worst.
Can you see the audience, or do you perform where you don't want to see them?
No, I like to see like the first 5 or 6 rows to see who's on the cell phone. No, I mean, on Broadway, that was the biggest problem that we had. It wasn't my stamina, it was that the cell phones would go off constantly.
And do you find that some areas, like, I find Canadians to be some of the most polite audiences I've ever played for.
Yeah.
Do you find that?
Yeah, polite I'm not thrilled with, but I like them to be funny.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they were great. Toronto was really great, but you've done hundreds of shows and you'll have thousands.
Yeah.
Isn't it always a phenomenon when you're playing like 2,000 people at a time, bigger, when it's a night of, they're dull?
Yeah.
The audience is dull?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
It's the entire audience takes on one personality.
Do they call each other
before? Yeah, I know. It's so weird.
And say, I'm going to go to this show, are you?
Yeah,
yes.
All right.
I'm not planning on having a really good time, are you? No. Good, I'll meet you. And let's not go out afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's a phenomenon.
You go, and there are certain cities that they're just great, and same show, same words, and everyone has a totally different energy in there.
Yeah, it's amazing to me that there can be 2,000, like you guys were great, and right from the beginning.
They really are every day.
Every day, you do this every day. Wow.
Every day I get that energy sent this way. Isn't that great?
Fantastic. Really brilliant.
You too.
Yeah,
you have been getting it every single day too.
But I don't get them like you got them.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what? The theater is so gigantic, and the chairs are huge, and they're so big that you can. Actually, the people who sit in the chairs can't really hear the people next to them laughing. So it's like how laughter builds on laughter. You know.
And it all goes up.
It goes way, way up. The ceiling is really high. But I mean, now that this is our last, we're coming into our last few shows. Now that it's the last few shows, the crowds have gotten wilder.
How many do you have left?
I have 12 left.
Wow.
But who's counting?
Yeah. And you've been doing it for how long?
2 years.
And are you sad to see it go?
Not even a little.
You're not sad?
No.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, it's work like you can't believe. It passed in a flash, but gee, it was tough. It was tough. I didn't think it was going to be that hard.
Yeah, it's because do you ever do 2 shows, or is it 1 show every day?
It's 1 show every day, but the week is broken up into 2 and 3. But even so, now we're doing 4 shows a week, with the downturn and everything. But even so, I mean, it's still like, oh my God. And you're an improviser. You like to, when you do a show, when you do comedy, you like to make stuff. I started to say make stuff up as you go along.
Stuff up.
Make stuff up. And so in this show is such a gigantic ship that you can't really do that, because if you do, the cues go out and people are standing there waiting, and the things don't come down from the ceiling, and then you're up the creek. So yeah.
But then you'll get to do. Don't you think you'll design another one-woman show that you can then do what you want?
I'm so tired. I think I just want to lie down. Maybe I think I'll get an idea if I lie down, but I've got to lie down. I'm like, oh my God.
No, it's a lot of work.
It is so much work. Well, this is a lot of work too, and now you're on the American Idol.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Oh my God, I don't know what you're thinking.
I don't know what I was thinking. It's too late now.
I'm excited, actually. It's going to be fun.
Hey.
It's going to be fun.
It will. There's a new slot open. Would you like to be a judge with me?
I'd be delighted.
All right, good.
What does it pay?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out. It's hourly, I think.
Okay, how are you?
I miss you, and you haven't been on the show in 4 years.
I know.
How come?
I have been preparing for this interview.
Oh. I love people who prepare.
For 4 years.
That's good. It better be good.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Get the applause. Thank you. I won't go there.
The last time I saw you, we were at a restaurant, and God, you're hilarious.
Okay, so this is what happened. We were in a restaurant, and if you can picture, oh, actually, this is perfect. I was sitting with a group of friends, and you and Portia walked in, and there's this big piece of glass right here, like this. And I'm sitting there talking.
Well, we'll do it this way.
Okay.
I was outside.
You were facing me.
Right.
Right.
All right. Yeah, we'll do it that way.
So. So we're sitting there. I'm talking to my friend. You walk in, you sit down. So Portia's sitting right next to me, but we're facing each other. And I'm like, oh, and we both go, oh my God, but we can't really hear each other. So we're talking through the glass. So of course, 10 minutes of bits of like, I'm in jail, and you're like, you know, in the window, and like we're making each other laugh. And then it goes on and on. And then the awkwardness after you're done with that, because we weren't sitting together.
Right.
So then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. You know, wasn't that wonderful and awkward?
Yeah, it was, because it's a great restaurant, but there's an outside that we were.
Evidently I didn't explain it well enough. Let's keep going. This isn't what the 4 years prepared me for, but.
All right, let's talk about you.
We got a lot.
Yeah, let's talk about you.
We got a lot to cover.
Okay, tell me about the musical, Promises, Promises.
Yeah, Promises, Promises is based on the movie The Apartment, which won Best Picture in the 60s with, see, now I'm nervous, with Shirley MacLaine and Jack Lemmon. And I'm playing the Shirley MacLaine part. No, I'm playing the Jack Lemmon part, and Kristen Chenoweth is playing the Shirley MacLaine part. It's about a guy kind of making his way up in the corporate world and balancing his desire for this girl that he loves and this corporation that he's trying to climb up.
And you sing a lot.
I'm not a singer, but I try to carry a tune. So yeah, no, so then I'm moving to New York, and I have to bring up the show Hoarders really fast.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with the show Hoarders. Anybody?
Yes, yes.
Like, I don't know how, yeah, best show on TV, that and Intervention, but Hoarders, so while I was packing to move to New York, I had 3 piles, LA, New York, and Charity.
So you're moving to New York?
I moved to New York. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do the Broadway show.
Right. It's there.
I could do it in my yard.
Yeah.
But Broadway is there.
Right.
So I kind of have to go there.
Yes. You've gotten sarcastic before you're... Anyway, so you're separating the piles.
So I'm separating... You're so good at this. I'm separating the piles, and so I have a fear of becoming a hoarder now because of the show. It's like, you know, and so I'm putting stuff in piles, and I go, oh, this is really cute. My mom gave me this 2 years ago. Throw it away! Throw it away. Like, I feel like, you know, are you like that?
No, I do get rid of
the show?
We watched a Hoarders last night, as a matter of fact, and on Portia's side in the bathroom, she opened the drawer, and I was like, oh my God, you're a hoarder of lotions. She has lotions and makeup, and it's crazy. And I was like, throw that away. There's only that much left. She goes, no, that's going to be good for a while. The first episode, you're singing Teenage Dream, which was I love that. That was so beautiful, that whole episode, everything about it. I told Ryan Murphy that was just such a great show.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And then it went to #1 on iTunes, right?
That's,
huge. And then you're on the cover of Entertainment Weekly. And first of all, are you taking all this in? This is pretty amazing.
It's been a roller coaster. I mean, before Glee, I was kind of really busy with this music career. Then I run a musical theater company as well. And so all this stuff has been happening that I've still been trying to maintain while being on Glee, which in itself is a very chaotic show. But it's been really special for me because the character is something that I'm very personal about and something that I believe in. And it just so happens to be attached to a sort of socio-political package that I'm very invested in. So aside from it being a hit show and having a job, you know, it's a great job. Yeah, it's a great job.
It's a great job.
It's been a real bonus.
And what's great about it, the show is good for so many reasons, but you play a very confident gay teen, which you don't see on television a lot. You see a lot of
people struggling with it or, you know, gay bashing, but you don't see so to play a confident gay teen is a big deal for you.
Yeah, I think it's marvelous that, you know, Glee's kind of become this soapbox for a lot of ideologies, and they really stepped to the plate with kind of adding this character that had a lot of positive things to say. I mean, a lot of people who may not have found a place to land with Kurt can now have a place with Blaine. So to be the embodiment of that is a privilege, you know.
And then you are forced to come out as a straight man because people assume that you're gay, and now you, which you didn't even want to say. You were trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. For a while, maybe in an idealistic world, I would say, you know, it doesn't matter because it shouldn't. But by the same token, I think it's important to be explicit about the fact that I'm very, you know, comfortable with my sexuality and that I am the straight male playing a gay character, and that, you know, me playing a gay character is no different than Max Adler, who plays a homophobic bully, or Heather Morris is a ditz. It's a character, it's a type of person, and, you know, it should be treated like everything else.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you're playing it, and I'm glad that you play it so well because it gives a really great character.
It's a treat.
And a great honesty to the show. So I understand you wrote a song for me that I'm very anxious to hear because I'd like to. So you wrote it just
now. Yeah.
Okay. Just now.
Just now. Yeah. I like writing songs for people.
Do you have a guitar or something
I think we do. They have my guitar floating around here somewhere.
All right. Well, then
do you guys mind if I play a little song for Ellen really quickly? Okay. So, you know, when I moved out here, I play a lot of cafes and restaurants and stuff, and it's just something I enjoy to do. And I sing a lot of Disney songs, and I'm not going to do that for you, but this is something that you might be interested in. When are we gonna see Finding Nemo 2? They did it for Toy Story and Cars. Well, how about something new? A new story about Dory. I hope you're buying what I'm selling. I know it ain't my choice. I just wanna hear the voice of my girl, Ellen. That's all I did. So let's make it happen, please.
Thank you so much. Okay. You've been acting professionally since you were 9 years old?
Yes, since I was 9 years old. Wow. So that makes it a long time. I'm 21 now.
Oh, wow.
So that homeschooling is not so good. Like, what's the math?
So really, what is it like to all of a sudden have this role as Cinderella at, you know, this is huge. This is a big deal.
You know, it's kind of crazy because I always hoped, you know, in my career at some point I would get the opportunity to do Broadway. I think every actor, film, TV, you know, you would hope to experience that at some point. But I never thought it would come at this age now. I always envisioned myself being like in my 40s or something like that. But when the opportunity came, I was like, girl, we gotta do this.
Yeah. It must have been emotional. I heard it was emotional first night, right?
Oh my gosh, my first night was crazy. As soon as the curtains came up, I literally started bawling because, you know, it was such an overwhelming thing. I knew that Broadway would teach me a discipline that would take me not only far in my career, but in my personal life. It would just, you know, let me believe I could do things that I never really thought I could do. And so when that curtain came up, it was kind of like, you did it, girl. You can give yourself a break now. You made it through. You know, they love the show. Relax. We did it.
Yeah.
It was like that.
I mean, because Broadway, it's fun to do things live, but it's a lot of shows a week. I mean, the energy level that you have to keep up is amazing.
It is 8 shows a week. I'm singing in the shows. You know, it's a musical, and so it's crazy. It's like work I've never done before.
Yeah.
You know, we do 2 shows some days, night shows. It's all back to back to back, and we just get Mondays off. So.
Right. Well, thanks for being. That's why you haven't been here, because you're too busy all the time. And then before that, you hosted a talk show on BET, right?
Yes.
And you're going to do that again?
Yes, I will.
Because it was successful.
Yes, I really want to continue that. Hopefully after I do Broadway. But I mean, man, I have to give it up to you because, geez, Louise, it is a lot of hard work doing these talk shows.
Yeah,
too.
but you had fun?
Yes, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I did.
Good. I think you'd be great at it.
Thanks.
So explain to me what's happening on Broadway. This is really impressive. You're doing a one-man show on Broadway where you play 40 different characters.
Yeah, because I think I'm Neil Patrick Harris for some reason. So yeah, it's a one-man play. It's called Fully Committed. I play a reservationist of a very, very hip, very in, very now New York restaurant. And I play all the people who are calling into the restaurant trying to get a table at this restaurant. And I play the maitre d', and I play the hostess, and I play the chef, and I play Naomi Campbell's assistant, who's one of the characters. It's so much fun. It's so much work. It's 40 characters. It runs about 90 minutes long, and I'm doing it all summer.
But wait, so is this a play that someone has done before?
Yeah, it was written about 15 years ago, and it ran off Broadway. It's a big hit off Broadway for about 3 years, and so this is the first time they're doing it on Broadway. So I'm thrilled that I get to do it. I mean, I love doing theater. So.
When you do, yeah, it's really exciting. Now, when you do, we just heard how good you are with accents. When you do,
You're terrible.
40 different characters, they're all different, like, accents?
Yeah, I've been working with. I'm so embarrassed to say this now because I've been a horrible Sophia impersonator.
And you work with her every day. It seems like
yeah, I know. That would be the one I should get.
That's the one you should know.
I'm working with this dialect coach from Juilliard.
Well, okay. They're not
so she
doing
needs to work
a
on
good
my
job.
Colombian, yeah.
You need to find yourself a new coach.
I do. I'm doing a French accent. I'm doing.
Let's hear that one.
Why didn't you tell me in your cravat to the VIP?
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good,
okay,
right?
That's good. Okay.
I do, like, one of my characters is a hostess, and I want her to be from, like, East, she sounds like Adele. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, that's not, she never says thank you 3 times, but, you know, I just say that for the effect. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's amazing, and hard work. You've already started shooting Frozen 2?
Yes.
Oh, that's exciting.
So excited. So unbelievably excited. My daughters could care less because they're obsessed with you.
Oh, wow.
They don't watch The Ellen Show yet, but they love Dory.
Aw.
Are obsessed with Dory.
Sweet.
And every time I offer them Frozen or Finding Dory, inevitably it makes me realize how worthless as a father my work has been to them. Because they always choose your work.
Really?
Yeah, they love it. They absolutely love it.
Well, it's a wonderful film. I'm just a tiny part of it, but I love that they seem like very smart children.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And Kristen Bell rescued your family. I hear that what a story.
It's crazy.
Tell people what happened.
Well, there was a hurricane, one of many, Irma, that hit Florida. My entire family lives in South Florida. And so I sent them all to my brother's place in Tampa, my brother and my parents, and then the hurricane veered west to Tampa, and I had to get them out, and I had nowhere to send them. And so I immediately started calling everybody I know, and I was like, oh wait, Kristen is in Disney World, and she's got all of her cast and crew because she was shooting a film there. And so I called her up and I said, is there any way that you could find some rooms for my family? Because apparently I have no connections to Disney. And she said, yes. Even if, she literally said these words, even if I have to share my room with your entire family, I will make sure they're safe.
Wow. So how many people were there? Who'd she get in there?
She got in my...
Is that your folks?
Those are my parents. That's my mom and dad, who immediately called me up. As a hurricane, a Category 4 hurricane is hitting, they're like, we're famous. They're so excited. My parents, my brother Jason, and my other brother Jeff, his family, my stepsister. It was a
lot of people.
9, 10 people.
Wow,
yeah.
and they're okay.
They're all okay.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. And just a reminder that there are so many people still in places like Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, that we need to think about right now.
Boy, do we.
Yeah,
we cannot forget about Puerto Rico. That's still a nightmare for those people.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to pay Kristen back?
I'm looking for ideas. I don't want it to be cash. You know, if you have any ideas, I'm open.
I do.
I knew it.
I do. So here's a coupon, 10% off Motel 6. And,
yes.
So next time she needs to have a place to stay.
This is perfect because she can also scan it.
Right.
And she doesn't need to just hand this thing to them.
No.
Yeah, this is... Thank you, Ellen.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Look at me! I'm on Broadway! I am so sorry, sir. Terribly sorry. At the show Promises, Promises, I'm excited. It stars Kristen Chenoweth and Sean Hayes. And for one night only, the greatest actress in the world will be making an appearance in the show. I think you know who I'm talking about. Me. Ouch, I hurt my finger. No, I didn't. That was acting. I'll be back.
Oh, promises, my kind of promises.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's Tuesday here at the old Promises. McCall's half hour.
Yes, Lord. someday it might be basketball. And me.
Hi, Sean. Did you know that you could... I was harmonizing.
I know, how are
I should
you?
sing with you more often.
Or not.
We're on Broadway.
We're on the Broadway. What do you think?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's exciting. And
It's a pretty big theater, huh? It's like the second or third largest theater in New York.
how many seats is this?
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4. We both started counting at the same time. High five. I don't high five. All right.
You just did.
I know, because I'm on Broadway.
So unfortunately, Kristen isn't feeling too well today.
She's not?
Just woke up with the sore throat. Hurts.
That's sad. Maybe she needs an understudy.
Oh, maybe.
Yes, because I was going to do a small-ish part, I understand. But now, I've always wanted to work with you, so it'll be me and you. What are my lines?
That would be really...
How do I emote?
It would be exciting, except you're playing the nurse, which is still an exciting part. It's just not as...
What is the nurse's name?
Whatever you want it to be.
She doesn't have a name?
Nurse.
That's how small the part is? Is this the office, or are you in the street? Where am I?
Yes, I'm in the street, and then all of a sudden, through the magic of theater, you're supposed to imagine I am now in the doctor's office.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
So,
do you have an appointment?
No, just to... Well, that's quite Shakespeare.
What?
And you'll be mic'd. You'll be mic'd, so you don't have to project as much.
Everyone's mic'd?
Everyone's mic'd.
Okay. Do you have I've never done theater.
Somewhere in the middle.
Do you have an appointment?
That's perfect.
Okay. You have an appointment. I found this over there.
Did you really?
Yes.
We have one more line for you. You have one more entrance.
Oh, I do?
Yes. And then that's it, just one more line.
Because what time am I finished? Because I have tickets to Wicked. I need to get going.
So we'll do it again.
Do you have an appointment?
But that's
perfect.
That's actually great.
Oh, good.
Whenever he starts singing Cling To, that's when I normally walk
She
out
says
there.
sing to, I say cling to, and we hold a note, and then you cut us off.
Two,
or
two,
two,
two, two, two,
There it is. Two.
two.
That's right. But you don't have to sing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for example, dance with, sing to.
Baxter, Mr. Sheldrake?
Mr. Sheldrake.
Is that your name?
That's Mr. Sheldrake's name.
Oh.
Chuck Baxter.
Oh, you're Baxter.
Yeah.
Baxter, Mr. Sheldrake from Personnel will see you right away.
Thank you, Pat Adams.
Yeah. Kristen still isn't here. I mean, maybe there's a chance she can't make it, and I could, if I can learn that stuff that quickly, I probably could learn her lines.
Yeah, let's wait to see if she's going to show up. I'm just saying.
Okay, no. I get it. That's respect for her.
Yeah.
But you can see that I can do it.
Got your number.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Promises.
My kind of promises can lead to joy and hope and love. Yes, love. That's it.
All right, so then I can do Christmas. Promises.
Do you want to say a little prayer?
Yep.
Here we go. The moment I wake up,
and before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. While combing my hair now.
I can't believe you know the words. I don't know.
And wondering what dress to wear now.
I say a little prayer for you.
Just take time.
At work,
I just take time and hold through my coffee break time.
I say a little prayer for you. Oh, together.
Now it must be
To live without you would only bring heartbreak for me. Now it's a dance break. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bum, 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 ba, da, 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 da.
Hey, after you do,
What happens?
they'll never phone you.
Well, they don't anyway.
So I'll never fall in love again. No, I'll never fall in love again.
That was very good.
It's wonderful. It's almost a show.
We'll sell tickets.
Is everything okay in here? I hear noise.
Oh my God.
I hear strange noise.
Is it she?
Hi.
Is it you?
I thought you were sick.
Right.
Are you sick?
I have a sore throat and it hurts to swallow, but I'd still like to give you a hug. That's a virtual hug. Would you like to see me put how I do my lashes?
Yes.
I really think you should add your lashes tonight.
No, I'm good. My lashes are so good.
Okay.
So let me just see you do yours.
Now you see you put a little bit on your finger and then you very gently rub.
Right.
Okay, you
Yeah.
see?
That's like glue, right?
It's glue.
Okay.
And then you take, this is the part people don't understand,
No.
right here. You take the tweezers and you look in the mirror, not too close, because you might gag. Are you going to sleep? And then you put, it's very important, the placement. Watch that. One place. One time I did it. And then place. Now just blow on that. Just blow on that. That was a little hard. Okay, Ellen. Look at my Ellen.
You told me to blow on it.
You just blew in my eye so hard that my lash fell off.
Well.
Okay, now I'm gonna do the other one. Isn't this exciting?
I have never been so riveted.
Maddie is so over it. She hates show business. You know she hates it. Watch. Kiss Mommy. Kiss her. Can you kiss Mommy? Oh, thank you. Okay, so you took the other one.
Are you sure you're feeling okay?
I knew she'd love
And
it.
the dog, I can imagine the dog's
Look.
face.
Right on, gently, please, God, please, just gently blow. But more power than before. That's it. That's it. Maddie, look at my hair. It's blowing on me.
Let's do breathing exercises.
Sure, you want to do it together?
Okay.
All right.
What are you guys gonna give birth?
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of Lamaze.
You know what you should do? Oh, say that. What's that? Our national anthem. Take a big, deep breath.
It tickles my mouth.
That means you're doing it right.
Too much?
Just don't stress that out. Don't let. Sorry. She's licking my leg.
Just the mouth. All right.
Allison said promise me.
So,
did you want to see her porn dance?
Not really.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow. I know.
We have 40 minutes till curtain. And probably an hour before we get to your scene.
No.
From right now.
So nervous.
Really?
1 hour, yeah.
God, I'm so nervous now.
What else? Yeah, want to do bows?
Yes, let's do bows.
That's exactly. Promises, promises are kind of promises. Can lead to joy and hope and love. Yes, love. And that's it. And then we back up because the curtain's gonna, and then we cut off. We cut off with the orchestra.
extra. We have to stop singing by now.
We're not.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. That was a film, not Broadway.
I hope I'll be seeing you in the executive dining room. Bye.
I just stepped on gum. I guess that's good luck.
They didn't leave until 2:30 in the morning. Don't come near me. I'm very, very sick. Oh.
Hello, dear sir.
Sounds like it's raining.
I was merely wondering, dear sir, do you have an appointment?
Yes. No, I don't. Just a cold. I didn't know it was coming. It was unexpected.
I see. Well, I shall alert the doctor, and you shall have a seat here. And the doctor will see you when you're seated.
I hope so.
Oh, what?
I have 101.3 temperature. You can see it on my thermometer here.
Oh, well, the doctor will take it.
Oh, well, if I can have it back when he's through, it's my only thermometer.
He has his own, as I said earlier. If you would like to have a seat there, and the doctor will be coming soon when I tell him that he will be seeing a man who's sick.
You sound like a ghost.
Oh. Really? I'd like to emote to you.
Thank you. I'll take a seat.
Please do that, sir. Excuse me. Didn't mean to interrupt. Told me to come. Baxter. I was enjoying it myself. Sheldrick from personnel. She'll see you now. Sheldrick. Mr. Sheldrick. I call him Sheldrick.
Sure. You must be very close.
We are very, very close. And he's in personnel.
You're new, aren't you?
I am new. As I was saying, you'll be next, lady.